This is Brian Carlton for ABN Newswire. I'm at the final Symposium Resources Roadshow from the Westpac headquarters in Sydney. Companies operating in the resources sector take opportunities to speak enthusiastically about their wares to potential investors and actually get a bit of a grilling from the floor too. Presenting today was Elementos Limited, ASX code ELT, a Brisbane-based gold and base metals explorer operating in Queensland and New South Wales, but with a significant focus on Argentina. Elementos was born from a demerger of ASX-listed company Orocobre not quite a year ago, almost to the day, and raised $8.25 million through its IPO. Its managing director, Corey Nolan, was driving the PowerPoint today, and he joins me now. Hi, Corey. Welcome to ABN Newswire.
Thanks very much, Brian.
Now, specifically, what aspects of Orocobre's interests became Elementos' assets?
Principally, it was the Santo Domingo asset. So we, at the time, we agreed to demerge the Santo Domingo asset. And I went out to Argentina. We acquired the Manantiales property, and in Australia we put together 3 properties in northern New South Wales plus the Millennium Project to give us a vehicle that or a portfolio that we could take to market.
Okay, let's walk through your holdings. Now, Manantiales in Argentina, what part of the country are we talking about?
We're in San Juan province. We're in the foothills of the Andes. It's a very mineral-rich province. It has a number of significant gold and copper projects.
Okay, and how big is your tenement there?
We have a 100 square kilometre tenement.
Which is pretty significant, isn't it?
Well, it is over there. It's a really big package, and it's all relatively unexplored ground.
Infrastructure, utilities for down the track?
Excellent infrastructure. We're 2 hours drive from the provincial capital of San Juan. Within 30 kilometres we have a provincial town called Calingasta.
Okay.
We have good access to power, water and labour, so it's a great place to develop a project.
Skills in the local workforce?
Excellent. The University of San Juan has a very good mining and geology department, so there's plenty of good geologists trained in Argentina, and there's a good supply of skilled labour available for working on projects.
What about the political and regulatory environment?
Look, it's a little bit mixed in Argentina. We're really focused on San Juan. They're very proactive and they're very supportive of the mining industry. Barrick are investing $2.4 billion into a project that has a resource of 19 million ounces. It's a significant development. Santa Cruz is another very prospective province in the south. Effectively, if you stay away from environmentally sensitive areas where there's glaciers and forests and stuff like that, generally you don't get into problems in Argentina.
So you say you're in the foothills. Obviously altitude's not a problem, given that you're relatively low?
No, that's right, and we also get all-round access to our property. If you're a higher Andes explorer, which is generally up above 4,000 metres, you
pretty much locked out for the winter, really,
you
aren't
can get
you?
knocked out for the winter, so you can lose 4 months a year from exploration, and so far that hasn't happened to us at Manantiales.
At what stage is the drilling there at the moment?
We completed a 19-hole diamond program of 1,600 metres in October, and in that drilling program we outlined a very high-grade intersection of gold and silver between 4.5 and 12 metres in width, with grades generally going over 5 grams per tonne. So it was a very exciting little discovery for us. We need to do a lot more drilling on it to prove it up so it's got some resource potential, and we'll be looking to do that in March.
Santo Domingo, also in Argentina, copper gold moly system, and I guess like other parts of Central and South America, it has a history of small-scale mining there.
Yeah, look,
how far does that go back?
The small-scale mining actually goes back more than 100 years there. Santo Domingo is a little unusual because it's not in the Andes, it's an inland mountain belt. It's about 150 kilometres east of San Juan, so back towards Buenos Aires, towards the coast. Yep. It's analogous to Alumbrera, which is also about 400 kilometres in from the ocean on the Chile side, and that's the type of deposit that we're exploring for at Santo Domingo.
You're very excited about this project, aren't you?
Well, it's had some really encouraging results for us recently. We've actually discovered 2 styles of mineralisation there. So we've announced a discovery of a porphyry system, a gold-copper porphyry system called Divisoria, and it's got all the hallmarks of a classic porphyry system. It's got low-grade disseminated copper and gold mineralisation. It's got high-grade gold and polymetallic breccias and veins, and it's got a classic porphyry-style zoned alteration system with a potassic alteration core. So it's a great little target. In addition to that, we also announced on the periphery of the porphyry system a previously unrecognised but high-grade silver and polymetallic epithermal vein system. So it's all probably the same sort of mineral system, but
lots of different geology going on there.
A lot of different geology going on, all probably associated with the porphyry, but it really just does highlight the potential of the region. And we have 250 square kilometres of ground pegged there, and we've recently applied for some additional ground there to expand our footprint, particularly along the strike of the Yvette high-grade vein system.
What's the timetable for that project?
We're completing our exploration program in the porphyry, and our strategy over the next 3 months is to go very hard on our exploration program in the Yvette vein system. And we'll be looking to make that drill ready by about March. So we'll drill at Manantiales. We're going to do about 3,000 metres of drilling there, and then we're planning to do about 2,000 metres of drilling in the Yvette vein system. And also over the next couple of months, we're looking to do a geophysics program, in particular focusing on the porphyry to test whether there's a good bullseye target sitting under the porphyry system that we should go and drill.
Okay, let's flip back to Australia near Cloncurry in Queensland, the Millennium Project you mentioned, cobalt, copper, gold. No stranger to large-scale mining projects around that part of the world, is it?
No, absolutely not. It's definitely a world-class lead, copper, gold, zinc, silver province, and we really like that area.
Now you've realised that the resource may be much bigger than first thought.
What we initially did there was took out an option to purchase agreement on 5 fairly small mining leases, which had 13 diamond holes historically drilled in there, and they indicated a large low-grade cobalt system with a number of high-grade cobalt and copper zones within that. So we were quite attracted by that area. What we've now done is step back. We've had a good look at the regional geology. There's a major structure that runs to the northeast through those MLs. And what we've proceeded to do in the last 10 months is peg 154 square kilometres of that structure. And when those tenements get granted, we'll obviously be kicking off a major exploration initiative to look at the potential of the system from the diamond holes.
Okay, when would you expect those grants to flow through?
Oh, look, the grants take between probably 12 months and 2 years.
Okay.
But that doesn't stop us exploring in the short term. We'll really focus on our MLs. We did a little program in April this year, and a little surface sampling program there, and identified some extensions of the structure hosting that mineralisation to the northeast. So our plan is to come back through and start drilling through those MLs whilst we wait for the balance of the EPMs to be granted.
Okay. Now, significantly further south in New South Wales, specifically the New England area, relatively unexplored. You're looking at a range of mineralisation there, antimony, gold, moly, silver, zinc, tin. Is there anything it doesn't have?
You know, look, it's an interesting environment, and we're right next door to the Hillgrove mine at Cathedral Rocks, and we've done quite a bit of work in there. Interpreting old data. We did our own little sampling program. We came up with some interesting gold hits, so we think there's a strong possibility of some intrusive related gold systems there. But also we ended up with some interesting results in lead, silver, zinc. So it's quite a diverse little area, and we're looking at pushing ahead with a lot of field work there next year, and really trying to get a good handle on the potential of the system.
You're just about to celebrate your first birthday. What's on the business agenda for immediately after first birthday celebrations, which are just in a few days' time?
Well, it's getting ready for drilling. You know, our strategy for next year is to look at doing 4 drill programs in the first half of next year, and that's going to make
at
us
each of
very
those
busy.
locations we've talked about?
Principally, we're looking at 3,000 metres at Manantiales. We're looking at 2,000 metres at Yvette. We may or may not drill the porphyry system at Divisoria. That'll really be subject to the quality of the geophysics we get back. And then we're also looking at a drill program at Millennium in Mount Isa, probably in the second quarter calendar year next year as well. So it's a very busy first half for us.
And you've got some cash in the bank?
We've got plenty of cash in the bank. We're very smart about the way we use it. So we think that we can comfortably complete all these drill programs in the first half of next year and deliver some results before we would think about going back to market.
In about 30 seconds or so, what was your main pitch to investors today? Why
we
should
told
we
them,
invest in you?
Look, Elementos has got world-class projects in world-class mineral provinces. We're about to embark on a major drilling program. Investors love drilling. We have a low enterprise value, so we have excellent leverage to success. We're well funded. We've got the people, the expertise to execute on our strategy.
Ticks all the boxes. What sort of benefit do you think you get out of doing these symposia? Or symposiums, I guess, tonight?
Oh, look, it's just getting a broader range of potential investors into your company. It's getting harder and harder these days to get access to brokers, being a small company, and here we get to talk directly to the private investors face to face.
And they're a savvy group, aren't they?
They are. Some of them are very smart, have some tough questions.
Corey Nolan, Managing Director of Elementos Limited. Thanks so much for joining me today.
No, thank you very much, Brian. Appreciate the opportunity.
This is Brian Carlton for ABN Newswire.